We're going to segue a little bit here and talk a little bit more about renovation and repair and what we call in the business turn loans
Hmm.
between tenancies, things that you may need to do in regards to bringing your property up to standard. We've been seeing in the business anymore a lot more activity with local housing offices requiring people to bring their properties into certain conditions that can be either
Yes.
initiated by your tenant, can also be initiated if you're in a locality that requires an inspection in order to become a landlord. So, Mark, how can you assist owners with financial products and funding for potential renovations and repairs for investment properties?
Sure. So I would say the best thing you can do as an investor is if you have a property with equity, the best product for an investor or really for any homeowner is, in my opinion, a home equity line of credit. Why do I say that? Because you can open access to the equity in your property, meaning you can write checks just like you would from a checking account when you open a line of credit, but you don't actually pay interest on it until you need it. So it's there as a safety net. At some point, everything breaks, right? The roof eventually will go. You have problems with the dishwasher. It's only got a useful life of so many years. So having an equity line allows you to be able to quickly remedy those situations because what you don't want to do is complicate things with your not only having repairs to do, but now you're not collecting rent. So it's compounding the problem. So if you have access to the equity in your property through a line of credit, you can pull money out when you need it to do those turns quickly and get a new tenant in. And also just to have access to the funds to be able to do the repairs. Some people in a situation that just don't have the cash to do the work necessary to re-rent their property, depending on how the prior tenant left the property when they departed. And so what you don't want to do is be stuck. So having access to the equity through a home equity line of credit is one of the best solutions. The other thing I strongly recommend when possible is keeping a cushion of cash for each investment property that you have. Doesn't have to be dramatically huge, but maybe a few thousand, 5,000, 10,000 as your baseline. Don't take that income for yourself until you've built up a little bit of a cushion so that you can move quickly. And that could be in lieu of a line of credit or in addition to, but it just gives you more flexibility to be able to move quickly when you need to.
Would
The
add
lost
to
rent
that.
costs you more than the repairs sometimes.
I would add to that too. They usually recommend for anyone on the call, like an investor, to hold off 10% of their income that they receive from the property to put towards repairs. So it's always good to have that rainy day fund if it comes up on you and you don't expect it.